What's up? Can everybody hear me? Sorry, I'm late. Anybody in here? How you doing? And thanks a lot for that, Blue Devil. So, I just want to go over. I'm gonna try to. Oh shit! It's doing this shit again. What the hell happened? Hold on. What the hell? All right, here we go. I gotta go get a coffee. I'm ready to read about a couple different things. I got an update on some FOIA information. Um, a FOIA response, I guess I could say. I want to read about rage murders. I'll be right back. I gotta get a coffee. I didn't even know this was on. I had it in the background, so give me one sec. And I'll be right back. Here's a little music video for you.
across the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind. It's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keeps me and I'm getting keep me searching for a heart of gold.
Well, I was muted for about 10 minutes. Sorry about that. I was talking all kinds of shit. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to YouTube and get my chat real quick. But the goal is today, I want to talk about rage killing, rage murders, jealous rage murder, dissociative or disorders, dissociative identity disorder. I think that's what it's called. Hey, Lizzie. Oh, you're in for a treat. My lives are, I don't even know how to describe them. A shit show. That's probably the best way to describe it. All right. All right. Pop out. Okay, got that. All right, who's all in here? Let's see. I don't even know who's still in here. I don't know how to read this shit. Lizzie Turtleballs, Annie Mo, Blue Devil. Sherlock wasn't here. Will wasn't here. I wouldn't have the patience for me neither. I had a video that I wanted to play first, but I can't find it. So this right here is from Psychology Today, and it's back in 2019 is when this was written. Oh, hey, Christy. Hey, William. So they just talk about different cases, and it's basically about narcissism. So narcissism, it's becoming a buzzword, and it's used to describe everything from people enamored with selfies to a sleazy politician to a man whose wife left him for another man. It's basically used a lot broader than it actually means. They put a lot of shit in narcissism that isn't really. Everybody has narcissistic traits. But this one is the pathological narcissist. And I believe this is Dylan. 100%. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. I don't give a shit. She can sue me. She can try to do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't care. So individuals with a pathological degree of narcissism have a psychological disconnect between an unconscious sense of inadequacy and a conscious feeling of superiority. So inside, they feel like they're not good enough, I guess. Drive safe, William. That seems like a fucked up head to have. An unconscious sense of inadequacy and a conscious feeling of superiority. They think they're better than everyone else, but this belief is fragile. These individuals are more vulnerable to any events that might threaten their exaggerated view of themselves. Interpersonal rejection, negative feedback, criticism, and they're more likely to react with anger and hostility to a perceived or real challenge to their ego. And it was somewhere, I can't remember where, but didn't Dylan say that she was always trying to hang around, like she just wanted to be around Kaylee and Maddie and all the girls, like she just, something like that. I just wanted to be around them. Like I don't even think they really like hung around Dylan. She was just like the tag along. So it says, how does it relate to violence? And who's this lady? This lady, Joni Johnson. I don't know. I've never heard of her. I've evaluated more than my share of narcissistic individuals, and I've talked to their former partners, not surprisingly ex-partners of individuals diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, typically describe their former lovers as having many of the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors we associate with this personality disorder. They also describe their former partner as becoming angry or violent in situations we might predict given the constant need to protect themselves from any hint of criticism or rejection in response to threats to their ego or self-esteem. Typically, when demands of entitlement, admiration, and perceived authority were not met. And this all goes back to Halloween, like Huda said, Huda London. I mean, I don't really honestly think Dylan did this. I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but I think she's fucking whacked out. But it says, when it comes to violence, picture is more complicated. When threatened with a relationship breakup, for instance, some narcissists were described as reacting vulnerably rather than grandiosely. Grandiosely? What's up, Kane? Beach babe. Christy. You aren't worth the dirt I'm walking on, and I'll make sure all of our friends know it. Ironically, the same person who used the threat of abandonment to control his or her partner in the relationship reacted with fear of being abandoned when the shoe was on the other foot. I lost my place. In these cases, the violence was through an act of clinging rather than throwing away. And that could always be like, what if she really was like had feelings for Kaylee or Maddie? I always get them mixed up, but Kaylee was the one that she went and brought to the dance or whatever, to the formal. And what if she might have got rejected? Who knows? Who fucking knows? This book coming out just made me more fucking confused than anything. Oh shit, what did I do? Oh, I gotta make my my all moderators. Who else? It says the violence. Where was I? Did I read this? No. So here, let's do this. You guys want to take a narcissism test? Yeah, and what about the Pinterest? I just found out Lana her last live, Dylan had a Pinterest with all knives in it. And drawing body parts and shit. Alright, this takes 3 minutes. We're gonna find out if I'm a narcissist. Okay, how narcissistic are you? Constantly craving attention and admiration, narcissistic individuals believe they are superior to others, while self-esteem and confidence are healthy. Severe narcissism may tip into personality disorder. Take this test to learn where you fall on the spectrum. I often fantasize about having unlimited success, power, or beauty. I mean, money's not on there. I deserve to be treated with the utmost respect and deference regardless of the circumstance. Man, this is already going to be bad, I can tell. I can't stand it if another person is the center of attention. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if I'd make a good leader. I don't know if I'd make a good leader. I disagree. I think I would make a good leader. I get angry when I don't get what I want from others. No. I get annoyed if another person steals the show from me. No. It's hard to show my vulnerabilities to others. No. I like to show off. No. I have a lot to learn from other people. Yeah, I guess. I'm not satisfied until I get everything I deserve. I mean, I don't know if I deserve. Yeah, well, okay. Take pleasure in the failure of my rivals. Yeah. I expect special treatment from others now. I start to feel badly about myself when I go unnoticed. No. I think I'll be famous someday. I'm already famous. All I want is to be reasonably happy. Yeah. I find it easy to manipulate people. I do, but I don't. Or like it, I could, but I don't. Oh, fuck it. I tend to disregard the feelings and needs of others. Having authority over others is important to me. When others get a sense of my true needs, I feel anxious and ashamed. I don't know what that means. If I ruled the world, it would be a better place. Yep. I'm low. Low narcissist. Hey, Mike. I'm a low narcissist. Okay, back to reality. Results indicate that you are not likely self-aggrandizing. What the fuck is that word? Aggrandizing? Self-aggrandizing? Egotistical and manipulative? You're likely empathetic, humble, and grounded with benefits your relationship, career, and life as a whole. I could have told you that. I wonder what happened if fucking Whitcomb took that test. Good morning, Mike. What's going on, man? How are you? What the hell is this? I want to go back to where I was reading. All right, where do we stop? Relationships, perhaps more vulnerable narcissism. Yeah, I didn't read this. So this suggests that relationships with some perhaps more vulnerable narcissists may be manipulative and one-sided, but not abusive, until they experience the fear of rejection or abandonment. Facing loss, the threat to his or her grandiose sense of self-worth is overwhelming and without motive. Well, I don't have to work. I'm retired. I'm working on that retirement check. I'll still work though. But yeah, Dylan's Pinterest with the knives. Crazy. I never knew that. I mean, I don't have to worry about money, but fucking 15-year-old girl, I better start worrying about that shit. Every fucking other day or something. Oh yeah. Hey, let's. Eric Gower made the baseball bat machetes. He was the one who put the blades on the baseball bats. All right. So yeah, and guess what? Um, not Andy and A, but what is it? Watch House. Watch House is funds or Optum or attached to Optum something. But I was also thinking about Watch guard. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's crazy. I went to, I went to, I was with this girl, and I was graduated high school. Yeah, they're connected to Othram, and but is its own kind of Othram. It's a rapid DNA replication identification company, and he's the lead chief fucking something. And is basically a Othram. I don't give a fuck if you hog the chat. In my chat. Y'all's chat. Yeah, JL, yeah, he's a clown. But I'm sorry. This book could be the best book ever. I'm not trusting a Fed. First of all, I'm not trusting a lifelong communications. First of all, he started out in Congress. Communications. He's been bred for this. He's been built for this shit. And the way that he we'll circle back to that. No, bitch, you ain't telling me what I'm circling back to. So I sent the email in a right, exactly. No such thing as an ex-Fed. You're exactly right. And he's supposed to get back to me about coming on. I'm going to interview him, but I don't think he's going to come on when I tell him what it's about, because I'm not interviewing him about the book. I'm interviewing him about everything else. Like, what's with the sudden change of heart? You're a fucking corporate media golden boy, expert for MSN, expert for CBS. What's the big change of heart that you want to come and slum it with the YouTube creators? You know? And all he did was write a book about the Dateline documentary. I mean, he gave us some unredacted shit, but if you wanted to get the shit out here, why didn't he put fucking documents in the book? You know what I mean? A page, talk about a document, bam, page of the document. Hey, Leslie. And the way he doesn't, the way, hey, Momo, the way he won't talk about Dylan is, it's suspect, to say the least. Exactly. Every time we get going on something pops off. He don't need to draw Social Security. He's a millionaire. He's got that spook money. And the whole shit with working off of Sutton's first report. I mean, I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not fucking like down in the book. I haven't even read it yet. My shit's supposed to come today, but I think I'm supposed to get like 5 of them. Yeah, 4, 5, 5. You just need to know where you're getting your information. And we're all being told that there's an active investigation, that they're holding information back, and that's why Cy Ray can't talk, because of the leak. What the fuck? How's that going? You know what I mean? I mean, I bet it is, because I guarantee he didn't write it. He don't know half the shit about it. You ask him a question, I have the answer for that. I don't know. Like, how do you fucking... How do you not use the phone data? Skylark. That shit. And this is my thing. I'm gonna play my short. This is my favorite one I made so far. And everybody thinks like, oh, he said he went back and explained that. No, he explained that he said MPD did a comprehensive job. Nobody's even brought this up to him yet, about how he was saying, I was gonna sit in the trial and write it about the trial. Oh shit, I did it wrong. Hold on. And then he in the next breath, if there was a trial, I would have never even wrote the book. I mean, they think we're fucking stupid. I don't know. I don't know. Why is she coming out and talking? I don't know. Like, you would think she'd come out and be like, hey, we fucked up, or something. Share this.
The answer to that is the client pled guilty. It never went to trial. I say this again, had this gone to trial.
Yeah. I think the crying and the voice, I don't think.
I think this was on custody.
The answer to that is the client pled guilty. It never went to trial. I say this again, had this gone to trial, it would have saved me the trouble of dealing with any of this. I wouldn't have written the book. I would have gone happily on with life and done whatever else. We didn't.
Wait a minute.
I actually started this when they were preparing for trial. I started looking at this as it was leading. I planned my whole thing, my whole pitch was I was going to go prep, go to Idaho, sit through the entire trial, and then write about the process. That was the intention.
No, imagine that.
The answer to that is the client pled guilty. It never went to trial. I say this again, had this gone to trial, it would have saved me the trouble of dealing with any of this. I wouldn't have written the book. I would have gone happily on with life and done whatever else. We didn't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I think the crying and the voice, I don't think that you could. You could create that in your mind. Those are things we hear, that something brought you out of your sleep.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep through this whole thing, and at 11 o'clock.
No, I mean, I can tell I was awake because
I love this little guy. The wait a minute guy.
I go to sleep and I go to
The
her
little
room,
kazoo
lock
guy?
the door, and just go to bed.
Okay.
And then this morning,
I think the
Fuck,
crying
in
and the
prologue,
voice, I don't think that you could.
Yeah.
You could
There
create
was
that in
three
your mind.
fucking-
Those
I
are
don't know,
things
stop.
we hear, that something brought you out of your sleep.
yeah.
You didn't sleep through this whole thing, and at 11 o'clock.
No, I mean,
Shut the fuck up. The prologue was it said 2020 in one of the dates. First chapter, he never mentions Dylan. Wait, I cut out the best part when he's like, "Who are you?" He never mentions Bethany on the phone. Or no, he never mentions Dylan on the phone. He says it's always Bethany. Bethany's on the 911. Bethany's talking. Bethany's saying this. Bethany's saying that. I don't give a fuck if it was. All right, I'll shut up. Who are you? if it was a medical emergency, as soon as he walked in and radioed, I think we have homicides, it changed. I don't give a fuck if you're from Andy Griffith would have known how to handle a fucking homicide. I mean, or Barney Fife or whoever the fuck. But they know not to do that shit. They know what they. Basically, law enforcement. Oh, he's the definition of compromised. He's not compromised because he knows exactly who he works for. I mean, he's compromising us. Is what he's doing. Yeah, the fucking 24 hours is wild. But the police academy is the police academy. I mean, it's not a national thing, but collecting evidence, all that, clearing a fucking room. When they fucking went upstairs and didn't open that locked fucking door, them two shouldn't have went home. They should have died. If that was fucking, that's what they train you for. You fucking leave that door unchecked and turn your back to it and walk upstairs. You're fucking dead. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's what it is. He don't know the stomach contents. He's seen them, but he's not going to talk about them. Fuck you. He won't talk about the 911 call. He won't talk about the 8 hours. He put in the book that Dylan was the only one that went downstairs, insinuating that she was the only one that could have got Hunter's blood on the other side of the wall. But when Lana asked him about that, he wasn't touching that. I don't know any civilians. Oh, of course. Right. That's the whole fucking play stupid. That's what I didn't know. Huh? I didn't know. Fuck you didn't know. Right. And then saying that the fucking 424 truck went, it left, came back, parked in front, stayed there for 2 hours, and then moved to the fucking parking spot that it was already in? Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking 3 different cars. There's nothing special about law enforcement. We don't get special fucking privileges. Just because you have a security clearance doesn't mean dick in a criminal case. If that criminal case is gagged and you have a fucking top secret clearance, you don't get fucking access to that shit. Unless the judge tells you you can. I don't know who the state leaker was, but I know he wrote this book from fucking the Dateline. It's basically a book about Dateline documentary. Documentary. Appreciate you too, Mike. Thanks. But fucking, I can't get past working on Sutton's first report. Xana's blood on the table, and his fucking his proof of life for Xana is Well, we know there was a DoorDash delivered at 4 o'clock. There's a picture of the bag, the DoorDash bag in the kitchen with the food taken out of it. There's a plate in Xana's room with food on it. So that means she was alive. Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking evidence expert. You trained the 16-week FBI class. You taught that fucking class. That's not fucking proof of life. I don't know. I think fucking I FOIA'd everything. I wanted to know what Dateline paid, what they received, what they requested. That's all public record. What it was at CBS or NBC. I wanted all that. I wanted what they paid, what they received, because there's a reason that they got. I think that NBC got unredacted photos because they're blurred, but then the ones that they released to us are black boxes. I want to know what Dateline got, what NBC got, how much they paid for it, if they paid for it, and they MPD told me they don't keep them records. So that right there tells you they were given to them. I don't think they redacted anything because that was before the lawsuit and before all that shit. Remember they came out and everything was blurred. I think CBS blurred them. So they gave out unredacted crime scene photos. And finding the proof of that is what's gonna make. If I can find proof that NBC received 1 free crime scene photos, not really. There is, but there ain't. They just give you. I haven't received any video. I've only you'd have to ask Jules about video and shit like that, but they give you a list. But I mean, I try to go through the shit. Exactly, and that's the thing. They cannot pick and choose. They cannot give NBC their photos to push the narrative. They can't pick one journalist. They can't pick one freedom. They can't give this guy freedom of the press and freedom of information, but then charge us and redact us. We are entitled to exactly what they got for exactly what they paid. And if they didn't pay anything, everybody is getting a refund. 100%. If we can prove that NBC did not pay for what Dateline got, and it came through a FOIA request, not a leak. If that information was FOIA requested by NBC, and they got that information, them pictures and all that shit, if it came through a FOIA request, and it was free and unredacted, then all of us are getting a refund, and that's the bottom line. I mean, it might take fucking years, but if you can prove it, they're gonna fucking have to pay it back because it's not. You know, when it first happened, I thought that Whitcomb was coming out with this book. I thought maybe the defense gave him the discovery, and he was writing this book to put it out, to bring back public opinion. You know what I mean? To sway public opinion for a new trial outside of Idaho, and I thought that was the plan. I don't know what the fuck I think now. Hold on, guys. I'll I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I don't want to leave a dark screen, so I'll play a music video. About to pee myself.
Old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row. Old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon. 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice. And who would have thought it's bigger?
Alright, I'm back. Fucking internet. Yeah, what have you heard about your channel, Sherlock? Can y'all hear me? And you can't get it back at all, Sherlock? Yeah, they gave me the old welcome to AdSense or whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck they tried to give me. I didn't take none of that shit. Cause I want to make what I want to create what I want to create. Let's go. You guys want to go look into this and rapid DNA identification? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Hey, how you doing, Chica? My fucking internet is acting a fool today. It always acts a fool, actually. Okay. Thank you. Right. All you need, that's why people need to just understand where their information is coming from. You know what I mean? Everybody just wants to, oh, he's giving us information. Of course there's everybody's going to want information in a vacuum. You know what I mean? They come out when they don't release nothing for a while, and then they come out with this and everybody's like, "Ooh, we got new information." It doesn't matter that his team shot a woman holding her child, and the blood from the woman's head splattered all over her other daughter's head. And then burned down a compound in Waco. And don't forget Kosovo. Yeah. What's the question? What? Like, I didn't see. The only thing your videos were doing was telling the truth. And that's why I don't fuck with YouTube. Because they want to operate in America and all over, but America, but they don't want to abide to our freedom of speech. Having to say fucking pew pew and red stuff and fucking not allowed to say rape or sexual assault. Get the fuck out of here. Producing multiple copies of a chosen DNA region, usually by PCR. Oh, that's not what I want. No. Damn, I wasn't even sharing. I was looking at all that shit. Wasn't even sharing. Sorry, guys. I'm a fucking idiot. Right, and not knowing, like you said, the simple shit. And how the fuck does he not know that Bethany called Dylan first? How is that not common knowledge? How was each one of their phones not fucking put through the fucking ringer? It's crazy. Hey, Insider Bones. I mean, it wouldn't help because it would save all his videos and shit, but he still wouldn't have his channel. What did he say? Yeah, we got I got $100 donation last night from Blue Devil. So we're 578. I need 578. I sent him 600. You know what's fucked up? I was stupid and sent the 600 because I wanted this video. I still haven't received the $75 for the what did I pay $75 for? Shit, what did I pay $75 for? Something. It's been fucking, it was in January. No, I trust me. If it comes down to the last day, I'm getting this footage. And then if it's anything fucked up with it, when I have my court date and all the way in 2027, then they're gonna find out about it. They're gonna know about it. See, I'm not a very good fucking researcher. Dude, what now? Buenos dias, Amy. I'm going to find the Dylan interview. Actually says electric shock therapy in one of the last released vids. What? Is that the fifth one? With Oh, I'm just researching is what he told us to. What Sherlock was saying. But my ADD gets kicking in and I start staring off at the wall and I forget what I'm doing. And like this, I've been not sharing. I'm looking through all this shit, not sharing. Well, let's find it. I can find it. My fucking hamster wheel internet. Amy, Amy's not blue? Why aren't you blue, Amy? Excuse me. My grandmother's got a pedal harder. I make her pedal. And I still think, I don't think they're sending us the FOIA requested files. That are in the discovery. We're not getting the same files, I don't think. The discovery files. I don't know. I don't think that. Can I ask you why you think they're pushing us away from Brian now? I don't think they're pushing us away from Brian. I think that pushing. What do you mean pushing us away from Brian? Dateline and all. Well, Dateline. Well, I don't understand that. Why do you think they're pushing us away from Brian now? Dateline. Because they are trying to give us something. Yeah, that they're trying to keep us busy until August when the time's up for him to appeal. I think maybe. I mean, I'm going to be critical of him just because I mean, he's I'm basically 50-50 on it. I'm not gonna trust him because he's a Fed CIA spook. I want to know why he had a change of heart. I want to know why he's having a change of heart and slumming it with us YouTubers now. He spent his whole life in corporate media. Matter of fact, he's still a paid expert for MSNBC and CBS or NBC, one of them. I think that is just the mainstream media's way of collecting money on both fronts. Like they did the hit piece for the Guilters with the Dateline, and now they're doing this book to get our money from quote unquote the pro burgers, which I'm not for Koberger or against him. I'm for honest investigations and constitutional rights and a justice system. But anyway, I think that's just they want to dip in. There ain't nothing different in this book except some unredacted documents, unredacted names, a little bits of time. I mean, most of the shit we already knew. He's still saying that Xana's blood was on the table when we know it wasn't. He's yeah, I know. Hey, Jesse. But he's too guarded with what he says. He was only playing damage control when he came back and said a comprehensive investigation. You notice he didn't change his stance on Bill Thompson. He didn't run that back. He's a lifelong government boy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Right before the appeal, right before August. He puts in this new Erica to have us all going to look for Erica now. We're all looking for Erica. He says that they found out. He says that what's his name? Turvey recorded an interview of Ann Taylor. Well, he didn't say Turvey, but somebody talked to Ann Taylor and recorded her conversation. He is a politician. He started out in 1985 as a communications officer, the press secretary for the Massachusetts senator, Silvio something. He never said, he said sources. Yeah, but I'm just saying, fuck, who cares about her? We want fucking Xana, Ethan, Maddie, Kaylee. We want their fucking phone information. We want their fucking Life 360. We want their Cellbrite like they did Brian's Cellbrite. There's something fishy that was going on. That I agree with Lana 100%. Something fishy is going on in that whole little time frame. Every fucking witness has the same exact fucking story. Right. Idaho's a two-party state. Two-party it's called two-party agreement or whatever the fuck it's called. You can't record somebody's conversation. And I guarantee Ann Taylor ain't gonna let you. She wasn't okay with it. I don't think Ethan and Xana were even at Sigma Chi. And I want to know why Josie is such a fucking secret. Why we got her interview with no audio. And then Blaker's whatever the fuck it's called, Blaker's report is a fucking paragraph and a half. Now she was there at the house upon arrival. Don't you think her fucking interview would be a little longer? Right, exactly. They can find us with our phones. And you're not going to tell me they didn't get into Kaylee's phone. They got into Kaylee's phone and that shit was classified. Or some shit. There was that. I believe that. That firefighter, he was what was he FOIAing the call logs for them for the EMTs to get that first 911 call? He they didn't test any DNA that they knew was gonna be whose was gonna be it. And they didn't have no fucking DNA on the knife sheath. They got that shit from his car when the two WSU agents found his car a half hour apart. They swabbed his fucking handle or swabbed his door, and that's the whole reason that the knife sheath was signed out for a minute and then signed right back in. Fuck the tower dumps. We need each one of their phones. Well, yeah, the tower dumps. We can get the tower dumps. But we need their phones. We need their phones. You mean to tell me, I don't care if it's one, I don't care if it's an assault. And the woman lived. Download her phone and see what it is. See what's up. DM was programmed. Right. Oh, I know. They're gonna have to though. I don't know what programmed means, but like CI program. They're gonna have to kick it out. It's public record. And that's I'm fighting for that shit in court. So I think EWU is gonna get it. There's no way they can't. And if they don't do it in Idaho, they'll just take it federal. There's fucking freedom of information for a reason. And it's not so you can pull. Oh, it's personal. It's what do they say? It's invasion of privacy. It's a fucking witness statement. And how can we even tell that any of them witnesses were who they say they were that were at that house because they're all blurred? I think Dylan was a dissociative identity disorder, and I'm honestly thinking that she could have did this shit and not remembered. Well, not remember, but like her personality could have did it, and then she snapped back in it and started cleaning up the living room. I don't know. Lana said there was pictures that she drew of like heads off of torsos. Yeah, and like honestly, I've said this from the beginning. I'm not to be a dick, but I could care less about Coburn. If he's dumb enough to say he did it, then that's on him. But the way that the way that they got him to do that is not right. You cannot work a investigation. Suspect back. You can't. It's backwards. It's not how it works. And you're not going to tell me that they skipped over the blood evidence on the knife sheath to hope that they had invisible trace DNA. But it's green. And the university. And I still can't wrap my head around the fucking paper that his fucking college papers that are in his house. That fucking blows my mind. He wrote this exact fucking thing out in fucking September of 2022. I don't think if Kaylee's face was bashed in like unrecognizable in that bedroom, it would have looked worse than what Xana's bedroom looked. And if you look at the mattress, let's see if I can find a picture of the mattress that's in the warehouse. That's why I think Dylan like actually had it in her mind that I think she was in love with Kaylee. And I hate to I don't want to sound like an asshole, but maybe they like Dylan found Maddie and Kaylee doing something and it set her off. But then I don't know why Xana and Ethan got it. But there's no proof of life for Xana and Ethan after midnight. Let's see here. Other files. What batch was that? 4? Son of a bitch! I hate when it does that. I mean, you got to think of all the possibilities. You know what I mean? It's not like Jeff H. What the fuck are you doing? That was your foundation in the bathtub, wasn't it? And it wasn't 4:12. They changed the time to 3:16. Xana's TikTok was at 3:16 or something like that. They changed it. And then DM said in the interview that she just wanted to hang around them. Like, even if they, like, I forget how she says it. Like, she just wanted to be around them because they were the cool kids, basically. And the butterflies on her fucking wall. Yeah, yes, that's 100%. And it could have been How the Catcher in the Rye no shit. What is that? Hold on, I gotta write that down because I'm gonna request that shit. Hold on, I gotta go back. Hey Kim, hey Typically, how are you? And I got another something I can read to you guys. Yeah, I think Nancy died that Friday, and she was in the car that they towed out, and they're just using her for IGG. What was that name? Frank Howard. Frank. All right, what was I looking for? Just the one with Gower. This ain't the one with the with Koberger's car though, is it? You notice this is the same building. Oh no, it ain't the same building. What's the the batch drop with Koberger's car in it? Anybody know? They can't. There's no way. In that 1112 camera, I wish I wasn't lazy and I was creative, because I got so much shit that I have to put together with that camera. It ain't in 4. I just looked at 4. And then you can't make a 100. You can't ID anything. Anything in that camera. Figure. Vehicle. You cannot. I can't find it. Oh. Let me go to Google. I don't know, but anyway, the sheet, the bed. It's got one blood stain. It doesn't have 2 bodies of blood stains. Jeff, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You can't see that shit. You can't say that shit's 100% an Elantra. You cannot. The unique aspect. There's no unique aspects of a Elantra. They have this, there's different ones that have the same. You cannot 100% in a court of law say that that's an Elantra. There's too much blooming on the headlights. Bullshit. That's not the only window that looks like that. I like fucking with Jeff. He don't bother me. I just looked in batch 4. I don't want to hear that bullshit, Jeff. You can't. Look. If we done had this. I done told you about this. I had this argument with you before. If you didn't know this case, and I brought you this footage, and I said, "Tell me what kind of car this is," you would have no idea. Because, for one thing, right? So if the side window is similar to the Tesla, then you can't 100% say it's an Elantra, because there's a possibility it could be something else. And if you look in the FBI emails, they list, I think, 7 cars that it could have been. Oh, typically you're not blue. I gotta make you blue. And Elantra isn't even in there. And it says newer than 2019. And it also says who tried to fuck with this video. And he says, I think he tried to enhance it. I'll send you the raw footage. So we don't even know what kind of footage we're getting. But you can't tell that from that video. I found out how to do it, Kim. And now I just like doing it. It's just something else I can do. I've looked at every single time frame of the whole shit. It could be different cars. The cars that they say, the one that does the 3-point turn and tries to park, that's different than the 420 car that speeds out. They're 2 totally different cars. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, let me look at batch 4 again. Oh, I hate when it does that. Right, the one single frame of the fucking 12 hours of video. Gotta look at more than one frame. And we'd have fucking seen it. I wish I would have fucking thought of that. Hey, don't be cussing at me, Amy. I'm here for it. I love it. Jeff, did you ever check that, remember I was telling you about the 830 car? That was moving out faster than the 420 car? We don't have the hour of 8 o'clock. I thought it was 8:30. I could have swore it was 8:30. I can't find the hour of fucking 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Where's that hour in the 1112 footage? Anybody? Anybody? Just, I mean, you're allowed to change your opinion, Jeff. Nobody's gonna I have Jules I got her Google Drive. Thought. You're allowed to change your opinion, Jeff. We're not gonna make fun of you. We'll welcome you. You can come on the right side. We'll welcome you with open arms. And I'm not fucking sharing. No, I'm saying you can. Don't be scared to change your opinion, is what I'm saying. Don't be afraid, Jeff. It's okay. This is a safe space. They had they had 5 different cars in 5 different videos. No, 7 to, did I say 8 to 9? Hold on. Yeah, I don't have 8 to 9. Is that 8 to 9? I knew it was 8:30. I'm not a fucking idiot. Sometimes. I can't see how you had like thank you. I don't know what being a Christian has to do with not identifying an Elantra in a potato can. And now I was sharing, but I wasn't putting it on stage. It just gets better and better. Fucking, the longer you stay, the fucking shittier it gets. And I just loaded the same one that doesn't have the fucking car. No, it's you follow me. That's what I hate that shit when he says that. You following me? You following me? You with me? Yeah, you're right. At the end, it ain't. This is Bethany's room. I don't know, but the fucking bed didn't have enough blood in it. Is what I'm saying. That's why Jeff's not allowed to be blue. Cause fuck him. That's why. Just kidding, Jeff. But you're still not being blue. Right. Because I'm a Christian, that means I'm right. Well, I'm a Christian too, and you're fucking wrong. Right. He came up in the same training class as fucking old Dick Combe. Oh, I know what I wanted to got this that I it's about autism and the court system. Well, I'm a cannibal vegan. I eat fly legs, and that's it. My diet consists of fly legs. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean, all right, so I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll just read it. All right, clown. So this is from Canada. What the fuck? From Canada. It's I guess it's a study in Canada. Canadian members of the general public have poor understanding of their right to silence. Autistic people have increased rates of police involvement, and their social communication differences may put them at a higher risk of misunderstanding their rights. Being negatively perceived and making self-incriminating statements, however, little is known about autistic people understanding their right to silence. Utilizing online participation, 32 autistic and 215 non-autistic adults engaged in simulated police interrogation. Afterwards, they responded to a series of questionnaires regarding legal comprehension and aspects of personality. A subset of 60 participants responded to an open-ended question about their decision to provide statements, and responses were analyzed. I don't know that word. Thematically? I've never heard that fucking word. There were no differences between autistic and non-autistic participants in either the understanding of the right to silence or in the likelihood of providing a statement. Only first language significantly predicted understanding. Greater comprehension. I scrolled too far. I lost my place. Greater comprehension of the right to silence was associated with decreased likelihood of making a statement. Agreeableness, conscientiousness, and negative emotionality were associated with increased likelihood. Distinct themes emerged among those who voluntarily provided statements and those who initially abstained, with several differences between autistic and non-autistic participants. The right to silence is poorly understood by all. Legal protections require adequate understanding of rights. Autistic people may subjectively experience legal procedures uniquely, even if autism alone does not necessarily equate to poor legal understanding. A multidimensional approach that considers individual differences and comprehension is critical for the equality in the legal system. So everybody knows autistic people. You can get them to fucking say anything. I mean, and I'm sorry to say it, but fucking cops are dicks. They're all, I mean, we are. They're all about, it doesn't even matter if they know it's him. If they can get him to say it's him, case closed, I'm going home. And it's fucked up. And it's why I left. So that's just another reason. Maybe he thought he was doing. Well, I know they're all different, but they all have the same. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a fucking doctor. But they're helpful. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. They'll try to help you. You know, and if you insinuate something to them, no, I don't want to. I'm painting with a broad brush, but insinuate something to them, and like, oh yeah, like yeah, did you give that guy that gun? Yeah. Yeah, or anything. I mean, who fucking knows? We don't know their headspace. My cousin is fucking. I don't know what he's got, but I mean, he's on the spectrum, but he can tell you fucking. Anything baseball. Can't fucking drive a car. But he can tell you the fucking roster of the fucking 83 fucking Yankees. I mean, it's just what they... I don't know. It's their fucking head. And then they use... You're right. And then they use the media to push it. They use the media to push all that shit. And Bill Thompson, push this far and wide. Push it out far and wide. Come to find out, it didn't mean dick. It wasn't. There ain't even no probable cause. That's exactly part of the plan. They were realizing we were getting too we're getting too much momentum. And that's what they did. They need to split us up. They did to the true crime community what they did to the American people. And where are the fucking G's? This guy's talking about nobody's ever said anything about the 2 cuts on Kaylee's neck. Why aren't the G's up in arms about this shit? Why aren't they out here talking about he's a fucking pedophile? He's fucking just like a kid lover because he looked at our daughter while she was dead. Get the fuck out of here. You know how many fucking dead fucking people I've seen? Crime scene pictures? And never once was attracted to a little kid. I think she was just projecting. Because she's got all that fucking weird shit on her fucking... The wounds don't match. But apparently they fucking matched perfectly. Oh, you're talking about upstairs and downstairs? Right, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Inside your bones. Exactly. You say something like, and that's all, and all they probably had to say is, we're going to charge your family. It might not even have been kill your family. It could have been, we know your dad was an accomplice because he traveled with you. You know what I mean? And he don't want that. Don't make me do it, Jesse. I paid that bill. What the fuck does that mean? Like, all the shit that they were saying, and I still think Olivia is a different person. She was fucking fat and chunky in the beginning. Dude, that sounds good, King. That's copyrighted. So, you owe me money now. And fucking their son marrying the fucking, the YouTuber? It's fucking crazy. How the fuck? Fuck it, I work for snacks. I don't need money. I'll take the snacks. And I'll be goddamn if I murder somebody because I fucking hate them, I'm gonna fight to the end of the earth to not have to pay for their fucking urn. I'm not paying for their urn if I kill them. They can stick that shit up their ass. Hold on one sec, I'll be right back. Well, that's some crazy shit. A fucking gas leak at school. I told him just hold school outside. And Hunter's fucking, I did a video on him way back. Fuck guilt. He's fucking eating his fucking ass. Speaking of gas pumps, I went to fucking pump gas last night. And it fucking, I was pumping it. And like, you know how you pull the trigger and you just let it go. This shit was like backfill. And it would, I had to keep squeezing the handle the whole time to put fucking $40 in my fucking tank. Oh yeah, you're in for, you don't know, this shit, this ain't fucking, this is a shit show. That's why I don't do it too much, because I don't want people to know how fucking crazy I am. I like to just do videos. I forgot what I was doing again. Oh, never mind, I'm not sharing. What time's typically going on? And we need the what you call it? We need the phones. Yeah, we it is, right? It is. Just don't give a fuck. That's my motto. He looks bad, bro. Hunter. I mean, he never really looked fucking normal, but she's a piece of shit, is what she is. I don't like how they think they can fucking control everybody. I mean, they think you think you can tell these fucking actresses that you're not allowed to have a good time because you're fucking making a movie about my sister? Fuck you, bitch. That would have made me play her sister like a fucking horrible. That'd have been the worst role I ever played in my life. I went and started hanging out with Molly, just so I could have been fucking Olivia's meth head sister. 10:30 Central Time. So that it's 11:30 at my house now. So 12:30. I wouldn't give them bitches a... What the fuck is Chit Show? You know somebody fucking, you know this short? I don't know if you guys seen this short that I made. And I'm fucking not sharing again. Imagine that. You guys just don't even tell me. Just let me fucking look like a complete asshole. I get it. Where's the one? This one. This one right here. No, not this one. Oh, what the fuck? Not that one. I hate this fucking life. This one. Now what the fuck is going on? It's not the one. It won't play it. It's fucking like... Wow, it goes crazy.
Fucking loser. Fucking loser. Fucking loser.
Somebody was like, yeah, they were like, I don't know why you made that. It makes it look like he's throwing it over his shoulder and it's losing evidence. I said, well, good. My fucking point was made. I'm glad it came across in the way I wanted it to. People just don't fucking... Why would you waste your fucking time in your life to tell somebody you don't like their shit? Like, you wasted fucking 10 minutes of your life writing a comment that means absolutely fucking nothing. I never seen it. Like, it's great. It's wild. Like, it looks. This is why we can't come together on Brian Koberger, because you made it look like he's throwing it over his shoulder. No, I actually made it look like he shrugged that he didn't care if he loses it, is what I was trying to say. Um, 5 more minutes. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to look at? Oh, did I not have that on the stage the whole time? Did you guys see that? I can't be that much of a fucking idiot. Jeff was timed out. What's that mean? I got kicked out of the custody queen's fucking chat room the other day when fucking Outcast was on there. And I said, hey, everyone but Outcast, like I always do. And they fucking kicked me out. Fucking bastards. Let's see what's going on. Why? What's the point of making other names, Jeff? Why is that the Corner Club with JLR? I don't think I've never seen that. Is it on JLR's channel? I remember when the guy was about to whoop his ass. And then he called and got him arrested. I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's wild. What's the point of other names? I'll give you one guess. So you can scheme and plot on people? I mean, that's my one guess.
You installed this?
Even had a few screws left over.
So you can have the same number of friends.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers you can get quality and savings.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I've been following. I got the everything they
hearing
I
it
don't
came
give
from
a
like a
fuck.
sorority.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The fucking division. He's been sent here to destroy, and nobody believes me.
Maddie and Kaylee, on the night of the 12th of November, they were inside this club here, and then they walked that way down Main Street to the grub truck. But I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna take you on a tour of the area at night. I'm giving you a nighttime perspective, right? This is a weekend night. It is a month later. It is colder out here. You know, that night they got stabbed. November 13th, 4 of them, 4 college students, brutally stabbed inside their home. Police have them arrested anyone yet. No murder weapon has been found, and authorities are looking for a white Hyundai Elantra, possibly having information related to the case. But they were in the corner club. They're gonna look at me funny. Let's just go around the back of it here. This place has no windows. None. No windows at the corner club. Here's another entrance of no one under 21 can enter. There's what it looks like in there. There is the corner club. Let me zoom in. That's what it looks like in there. You got TVs in there. Looks like a bar. A shuffleboard or some sort of all right, we're gonna keep on moving. So you can park here. Here's another entrance, sidewalk, but no windows. Notice that. All right, so imagine Kaylee and Madison leaving here, talking.
Dread dealing with your insurance more than weak Wi-Fi? You have Insuranoia. You should have NJM.
Another time. Mad Creek. There is the Mad Creek. This is where Xana and KK. Okay. I get those photos in front of spots. Let's go around here. I'm gonna say nothing. That was the guy. That was the guy. That was the guy. That was the guy.
Is that where the Monarch hotel is?
That was Jenny. That was Jenny. For sure, that was him. That was Jenny. That is crazy. I don't even want to speak now because I gotta speak because there's music and I don't like music in my videos because then YouTube shuts my videos down. That was Jetty. I swear. I walked right past Jetty and I made a video about him. In an alley. He had every... He could have confronted me. Alright. The business. Where is this business? This business is... There's a... I don't know where it's at. It's a pizza spot. I must have had to go in through over there. That was awkward. Believe me. Wasn't trying. I should have flat out just asked him. But I feel cold and vulnerable.
I'm not watching a 25-minute video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have been attempting in this series to recreate the chain of custody of the sheath that was, according to the Moscow Police Department and the state of Idaho, in the matter styled as Idaho versus Koberger, found at the crime scene. That sheath was item.
That's how much it is, William? $750 to play music in your videos? See? Fuck YouTube.
Number 1 that was eventually submitted to the Idaho State Police Forensic Services Department by the Moscow Police Department for DNA testing. But prior to the time that that sheath was evaluated, it was taken from the Moscow Police Department to the Idaho State Police Lab in Meridian, Idaho. The transportation of the sheath occurred the morning of the 16th of November 2022 when 2 officers associated with the Idaho State Police transported that sheath to ISP. But before it got there, there were 2 emails sent by Rylene Nolan of the Idaho State Police. She is the forensic lab manager. Both emails are dated the 16th of November 2022. The first was sent at 10:12 a.m. to various members of the ISP department and reads as follows. Subject: Moscow quadruple unalivings. The body of this email states, I was just...
How the hell did YouTube just reject my comment?
informed a trooper will be delivering a sheath from the scene today. They are requesting DNA, latents, and if we see any trace, to preserve that and notify Matthew so he can arrange trace analysis. It states here, they do know. It appears what Ms. Nolan meant to write was now. They do now have a suspect and are requesting this be rushed to try to develop any possible leads. The second email appears at the top of this page. It is also from Forensic Lab Manager Rylene Nolan to various members of the ISP. This states, subject, Moscow quadruple unalivings. As of right now, the sheath is their only item of evidence. They have no other evidence, is what we are being told. We have had some recent developments in the last few minutes. And as you see here, this second email was sent approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes after the first, November 16th at 11:32 a.m. She states the members of the team that she believes are available and who may possibly participate in this crime scene workup. Next, this is Moscow PD's case. ISP is assisting, but Moscow is lead. Next, Bill Thompson at the prosecutor's office is involved and will be POC, point of contact, for PTC. They do now have a suspect. They are following him to get a surreptitious DNA sample. He does have, and then redacted, I don't have a name to check. Finally, note what it states here. Their evidence person is on vacation this week. Mariah, who is filling in, has been in contact with Karen, Sharon, Mickey, and Jade. She is trying her best, but there could be some things not quite right on pre-log that we will do our best to work out, even before the sheath ever reached the ISP. She is acknowledging and telling her team, quote, there could be some things not quite right on pre-log that we will do our best.
Didn't they say they didn't Bill Thompson say he wasn't going to use the sheath? At some point? I think I remember hearing that.
to work out. End of quote. In our next episode of this continuing series, we will go over the paperwork documenting what happened upon arrival of that sheath. If you have any thoughts, any opinions, any comments that you would like to share, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone.
In this super special, super serious episode, we are going to discuss Bryan Kohberger, the Idaho 4, Baby Drip being in the hospital, t-shirt winners, and so much more. Now, without further ado, let's see what I have to say for myself this time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name's Drip Drop, and I'll be your host as always. We're going to talk about Bryan Kohberger in this episode, but first and foremost, I know a lot of you have been wondering where I've been. I seemingly disappeared off the face of the planet, and I'm not sure anybody even came looking for me. No search and rescue, no bat signal, nothing. But I still love you.
Because we don't care.
Baby Drip has been very ill for quite some time now. It's been somewhat of a medical mystery, traveling from appointment to appointment, hospital to hospital, urgent care to urgent scare. We even flew to the United States, hoping for the best medical care on the planet. And what a nightmare that's been. Yeah, huge mistake. Hospital to hospital to hospital. Specialists. Love. Low stress. Again. So, please pray for Baby Drip, because we're gonna need all the prayers we can get. Things are looking better, but we're still not out of the darkness yet. But we will be. I just know it. So, about Bryan Kohberger. How do you feel about his hands? We've talked about it a little before. I believe I was the first person on the planet to bring attention to his hands. And now it's trending. Let's play this short I made years ago. Look at Bryan Kohberger's hands. Let's zoom in and take an even closer look.
Oh my God.
Here's another picture. Why are they doing this to him? He hasn't even been convicted of this crime yet. And there's a lot of reasonable doubt that I've seen on the internet. It reminds me of what the Odins are doing to Richard Allen in Delphi, Indiana.
Yeah.
I do wonder.
Jules got the real pictures, and they don't look like that. That was a filter.
Are they torturing Bryan? What did they do to his hands? Free Bryan Kohberger!
And no, that's not how Bryan Kohberger's hands always looked. Let's look at a photograph of Bryan's hands just months before these passing aways. Here he is giving his famous thumbs up. Rumor is he took thousands of photos with his thumbs up, because he was always having a good time, and he wanted to let his mother know that he was able to tie his shoes that morning. Thumbs up, Mom. Look at his clean hand. Look how good that looks. That's a healthy hand. He gets locked up. And it makes you wonder, what did they do to Brian's hands? Are they mistreating him in there? Or something much worse? Did he just randomly develop some sort of skin disease after being in?
I can't take it. Sorry. I don't give a fuck about his hands.
Outside isn't just something you see. It's something you feel.
Between us.
I know that we still have these questions. I have two more I have to get through, Chris. I know when we talked the other day, you believe that it was 1,000,000,000% not possible for one person to have committed this crime.
Well, I did not affix a statistic. I did say statistics. I said probability. You know, I like math and I like physics, and I believe there is a probability of every outcome. Right? We got collapsing wave theories and quantum physics. And all that. We're not going to quote any of that stuff. We're paid to it. There's a probability that certain things happened, right? And I do believe that all the evidence that I have seen and all the people that I've spoken with, and I will say, this includes, and you'll have to research it, but I have seen detectives say during interviews on YouTube that they are not saying somebody else wasn't involved. It's just that Kohberger was, right? The police do not openly dispute that somebody else was involved in this case. I feel, and this is not a theory, I feel if you look at the evidence I've presented in this book, and you look at where we are now, all this discussion and everything else, I don't know how a reasoned, honest human being could make sense of what we see here and claim that it was committed by one person. I don't know. I mean, if you look at nothing else, and you look at Xana lying on the floor of that bedroom in a tremendous fight, I mean, the evidence of the fight is tremendous. Her boyfriend, 6'4", 228-pound athlete, is lying in bed next to her. How does that man not get out of bed and help his dying girlfriend? If you look at nothing else, if you look at nothing else, explain that to me. And why did they cover his body after he'd been brutalized?
It's a very good point. All right, Chris, what do you know about the spare bedroom?
Oh, gosh, that's got to be part two, because I'm telling you, the spare bedroom's important. I'm telling you.
It's in the book. Go buy the book. It's in the book.
Yeah, I mean, go buy the book.
It's in the book.
There's a link. There's 100 links in there. Go buy the book. It's on audio or reading, or you can be like me.
The butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect for everyone. And I think someone just said that you wrote the book, Chris, because you got paid to. And I'm sorry, I have to respond to that. No, he didn't, because he didn't have to write the book. And so that's kind of, you probably missed the beginning of the show where we talk about that, where Chris was explaining that he's in a really good place in his career. He's been he worked with the CIA.
Kristen is a hype girl, if you didn't know. So you got to sort on.
But at no point, and this was just something we had a really candid conversation about, is he was at a point in his life where Chris didn't have to do anything. So I'm not sure how he wrote a book to get paid if he didn't have to write the book.
Well, okay, can I just address that really quickly?
You address it,
because,
Chris.
Look, I have no social media by choice, right? And it's because anybody can say anything they want anytime just because they get attention saying it. And I'm not saying this is what you're talking about here, but I'll say this. What do you do for a living? Do you work at McDonald's? Are you a neurosurgeon? Do you drive a truck? How much of that do you do for free? Right? Number one, I'm a writer. This is my 6th published book, and most of them have done well. I write because I choose to write. I could have written a lot of books that had nothing to do with this, but that doesn't matter. My motivation is neither here nor there. I can tell you, and this is the truth, I get paid the exact same amount of money if you don't buy the book or if you do buy the book. I've already been paid. I got the advance. I'm done.
Getting that Fed check.
Does the publisher care? They probably care because they want to recoup their investment. I got paid to write it. I don't get paid a dime, a penny, a nickel if you buy it. So in terms of motivation, I would ask those among your viewers who are picking things.
That's a lie. If he didn't sell one fucking copy of that book, they would fucking take that money back. Like, you motherfucker, if they didn't sell 0 copies, they'd be taking that money back. And I want to know who paid him.
Things apart, have at it. I mean, that's your right to do that. But consider for a second that maybe your scrutiny should be directed at the items we bring up in this investigation. Not stupid, superfluous things around like why I did it.
Or like stupid, superfluous things like Moscow Police Department or Bill Thompson.
And whatever. I did it.
Yeah.
You can decide anything you want about it. So I'm not going to get in the weeds about this, but what was the next question?
Well said. And I think for anyone that thinks that this is not something they've already heard or is something they've already heard, then I encourage everyone else to write a book, because the more people that we can get this in front of and the more people that actually educate themselves and know the facts and not everything that's been claimed to be fact because it was on TikTok or YouTube. If you know as much about this, then maybe maybe more people should write books.
Well, I'll say this, guys, until we get together next time. I can tell you, I don't know. I don't speculate. I have no theories. I don't say any of those things in the book. But
wasn't even asked a fucking question. She said everybody else should write a book. He says, I can tell you one thing, I don't know. What the fuck does that mean? He's just a fucking Fed, bro. He's a Fed. He's a fucking Fed. Didn't like the Feds when I was the police. I still don't like the fucking Feds.
if anything comes out of this, for me personally, it is this type of conversation. Bright believers in the system that can look at it with the scrutiny that you bring, the life experience, the intelligence, the give a shit. I'm very proud to talk to you guys. I'm proud that you would even listen to a word I say, because you're going to take it whatever. I don't know the answers, but I know there's questions that really, really compel us to answer them, to find those answers.
Why would we listen to a word he has to say if he has no opinions? Why don't we just fucking read the book? What the fuck is he? He's just a face.
I believe law enforcement and prosecutors and defense attorneys and criminologists and YouTube viewers and Reddit people and everybody, I believe we all want the same thing. I don't think anybody's saying, let's bury this. Let's look at it. If there are killers out there that would need to be found, why would we say no? Why would we not want to do that? So,
but you need to fucking ask Moscow. I don't think I think they're fine with burying it. And it showed for 3 years. But this is 25 minutes longer than I wanted to go. You guys have taken up enough of my time. I appreciate you all for coming. Thanks. See you later.